It finally happened. My phone broke itself. 5 years ago, Apple released the iPhone 4S telephone. The media depicted men and women lining up and camping outside retail stores in order to buy them. I don't remember anyone foolish enough to actually have done this, lining up outside like some natural disaster had just struck. Come to think of it, Samsung released its own phone at the time, and I'm pretty sure it was just all propaganda for the media. No one cares that much about phones, do they? Have we always been this obsessed? This is the finest electromagnetic telegraph in the entire county! What would seem like a short time later, Apple unveiled the iPhone 5S, and every fool with a credit score was quick to jump on the bandwagon. As my original mobile telephone was destroyed by a vagabond and a drunken night of debauchery, I went over to American Telephone and Telegraph, and they offered me a brand new iPhone. As I was mostly broke and more so foolish at the time, I gladly agreed to the 2-year binding contract in order to afford the phone. Also, I've been using Android for some time, and it seemed like a nice way to see the other side of the spectrum. Moving along, I had a permanent phone that arguably worked exactly as it should have, and given its form factor, along with the protective case, should last me as long as I can go without breaking it. Over the years, I've dropped it many times, but it continued to work. In the first year, all the cool dudes and pretty girls were sporting this exact model. The following year, it became a staple of obsolescence. Those around me were happy to renew their binding contract to these devices that served the same function as the previous model, but I prided myself on holding on to this gadget as long as I could. Over 5 years went by. Then one day, as I sat down for dinner, the gadget slipped from my lap and landed gently on the ground. To my surprise, the thing managed to shatter itself. I looked at it for a moment and thought, this thing still works. Even with the obstruction to the display, it still functioned as a telephone. I soon realized the charging port was completely obstructed and, without a means of recharging, this little guy would soon be gone for good. Dishing out for a new telephone, fortunately, came as no issue, as I'd already established a good habit of saving cash for a rainy day. The issue here is, I'd rather have spent that money on silver. So here's a new device. The brand new Samsung Android phone. Processing power? Don't care. Memory? Don't care. Screen size? Don't care. As long as the battery holds a good charge and I can text and call, I'm good. Still, it would have been nice to have bought some silver or put that cash into savings. Cell phone cases are actually cheaper if you buy them online. So guys, be careful with your liabilities. Don't be clumsy like me, because it can cost you a lot of money that could otherwise be spent elsewhere. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.